But some guys got to have everything taken care of them, and they want automatic butt wipers and everything. I'm not that guy. Today on In the Woodyard, it's a delivery day, and we're going to talk about why it's a delivery day. So I just backed up the baby dumper to the pile here with the mixed hardwood. It is a cold morning. It was in the teens last night. We had a warm stretch for quite a while, and then we had a storm come through and we got, I don't know, like an inch of wet, sloppy snow, but then it cooled down as soon as that went through. So the last 2 nights has been in the teens, low 20s. Today the high is only supposed to be like 25, which is normal. It's the way it should be. We're towards the end of February here now, and it should be like this. We've had very, very warm weather pretty much all winter, except for maybe a 2-week stretch where we had really cold temperatures, which is normal because this is Wisconsin. We're in the Midwest and it does get cold here. So the warm winter that we've had has hurt the firewood sales. Everyone I've talked to says the same thing, that their sales are down because it's been so warm. People aren't burning as much wood. But as soon as it gets cold, I get phone calls. And today is one of those days. Now, 2 days ago, it cooled down. We had that snow. And I got a phone call from one of my past customers. That's the first one I'm going to be loading today. And he says, "Hey, I'm running low on wood. Winter's not over. I need some more." So I said, "Fine, I can bring it any day this week." He says, "How about Friday?" I said, "Friday's good for me." And that's kind of what I wanted. And that's what we're going to talk about. I schedule my deliveries usually in a bunch. I try not to do one here, one there, unless somebody really needs it and I've got the time. Then I'll just do it and get it done. But a lot of times I will try to bunch them up, so I'm doing a bunch of deliveries all at once. And today I've got 3. So 2 days ago I got this one. And then yesterday when I was doing a delivery, I had a guy got a hold of me and said he needs 2 face cords because it's been a year since he ordered from me, and he said he just ran out. And so I got that delivery. And then this morning I got another text from a guy saying, "Hey, can you bring me another face cord of oak?" I said, "Absolutely." So I tried to do them all right today. Instead of one yesterday, which I could have, like one today and then one tomorrow. Try to do them all at once because the trailer's going to be hooked up. I'm going to be running and doing stuff. Unfortunately, none of them are going to overlap, meaning that I can't do one load in the front, one load in the back, and deliver 2 of them. Because one delivery is that direction, one delivery is that direction, and one delivery is that direction. So kind of all 3 different directions, different kinds of wood for each of them also. So that's kind of what's going to happen. Now, one of the reasons I'm bringing this up is when we get cold weather, I get phone calls. So cold weather really does help sell firewood, because I think the average person I sell to is a fireplace person. They're not heating their house with wood. It'll get cold and they're like, "Oh, geez, it's cold. We should make a fire." And then they go out to their wood rack, wherever they have their wood, and like, "Oh, we're almost out of wood. We better call Chris." And then they say, "Hey," to me, they say, "Hey, can you bring me some more wood?" I usually say, "Sure, when do you want it?" They almost always say, "Sooner would be better," because they don't plan ahead. They're not people that are planning to heat their house and they're stocking up for the year. Most of the people I sell to, they're pretty short-sighted in that it's just for fun, so they know that I can bring it within a few days, so that's usually what happens. So I'm going to load up a single face cord or a third of a cord into the trailer, which means I'm going to fill it half full. I'm going to go deliver that one. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do a delivery that is going to be, I think I've got 2 face cords. We're going to use the baby dumper for that one too. And that'll be a full load of hard maples, what's going to be in that load. And then I've got a face cord of oak. So half of a trailer load full or a third of a cord. So we're going to start chucking some wood right now. So there we go. We've got face cord, a third of a cord, a ricka row, however you like to say it, in the trailer. And I'm going to answer a couple other questions that have come up lately. People want to know how these markers are working. Awesome. I can see a little bit of wood back here in my rearview mirror when I'm backing up, because the trailer is smaller and lower than my other trailer. So I can see a little bit, but when I'm backing up, I can see these really good. And one guy called these, how do you call them, rookie helpers or something like that for when I'm backing up. They do really stand out and they are easy to see. It's really nice because you can see them, you know, going from one side to the other. Because it's a shorter trailer, it does turn a lot faster. As those of you that know that pull trailers, if you've got a shorter tongue and a shorter trailer, they tend to whip out faster on you. When you make one little correction, they get really snaky. Having these helps a lot. I can see them really nice. So that's one good thing. Now, another people want to know, how is the baby dumper trailer working out? I got this trailer, for those of you that don't know, about, I don't know, a month ago, 2 months ago maybe now, from N&N, which is the manufacturer, and the distributor, the dealership I got it from is Thumb Trailers in Sandusky, Michigan, and it's working out awesome because so many of my deliveries are one face cord or 1/3 of a cord, which is what this is, or if I fill this completely full, it fits 2/3 of a cord or 2 face cords, and it works out just perfect because that is the vast majority of my deliveries. Like I said earlier, most of my people are fireplace people. They're not heating with wood, so they don't buy large quantities. I have a lot of people that will buy 2 full cords for me in a year, but they order them 1 face cord or 1/3 of a cord at a time because they have a rack that fills a face cord or 1/3 of a cord, so it's 8 feet long, 4 feet high. They fill it up. When it's empty, they call me, we fill it up again. When it's empty, they call me, fill it up again. So a lot of people just keep buying from me, which is great because that's great cash flow. The average person, like I've mentioned in other videos, buys about a full cord a year, a little less than that. That's kind of average. But I have a lot of people that will buy 2 or 3 full cords, but they buy them 1 face cord or 1/3 of a cord at a time, or they'll buy a trailer load full, which is 2 face cords or 2/3 of a cord, for those of you that get confused easily, which is me. So there you go, there it is. We're gonna go down the road and we're gonna make this delivery. Now, one of the other things I thought of as I was loading this is today's a Friday. And the reason I do a lot of my deliveries on Fridays is because people are off on Fridays. A lot of them are. A lot of people work from home, or they want the delivery on Friday because they're going to have something going on the weekend and they want to get it, or they've got time available. So today is Friday, like I said, so I do a lot of deliveries on Fridays. That's a real busy day for me. Sometimes Thursdays, like yesterday I did a delivery. Thursdays, Fridays I do a lot, and then Saturdays I do some too. Those are kind of my busiest delivery days pretty much all the time, all the year round really. And it works good for me because yesterday, a lot of you don't know this, this is just a part-time thing for me. I just do firewood for exercise because I'm nuts, and I like to get outside and get sweaty. My main business, I have a photography studio, and that I've been doing for full-time 42 years. I've been self-employed for 36 years now, something like that, long time. So yesterday I worked 12 hours doing photography, doing editing, working on the computer, doing custom framing, all that kind of stuff. So yesterday I wasn't here at all. So the way you guys see a video every day is there's a lot of days I shoot 2 or 3 videos, and then there's other days where I don't do anything because I'm busy in my other business. And another thing I want to bring up, because this question gets asked all the time to new viewers to the channel, is how come the weather is different here than what you guys are having, and you're not that far away, or you're in the Midwest and you know the weather is quite different? Because my videos are always at least 1 week, most often 2 weeks behind. So today is, I gotta think, what's the date today? February 16th, 17th, something like that. I never know. I think that's what it is. But you guys aren't gonna be seeing this probably till end of the first week or second week of March. And the reason I do that is because I have my other business and I have things that come up I have to go do. And because I have a life, and I also have another channel and I do videos for that channel. So I'm going a lot of times with my brothers, either hunting, fishing, trapping, that kind of stuff. My other channel is out of the wood yard, and we do a lot of outdoor activities on there. So it's a separate channel. So I have a lot going on and I'm busy all the time. So the only way I can stay ahead and have a video for you guys to watch every day is to get ahead. And that way when I go and I do something that I enjoy doing when I'm not here working, I can go for a week, sometimes 2 weeks, and be gone, and you guys still get a video every day. So it's magical. I have everything preloaded, pre-edited, all ready to go. So every morning at 5:30 there's a new video for you guys. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's go deliver this. I have once again returned to the yard of wood. I backed up the trailer, the mini dumper, the baby dumper, right to this big pile here. This is hard maple. This order is for 2-face cords, or 2/3 of a cord, however you like to say it. So I'm going to fill it up full because that's how much it holds. 2-face cords, 2/3 of a cord. So we're going to fill it up and put the tarp over it, and we're going to go down the road. We're going to do another dump. There it is, another thing of beauty. She is loaded. That took me about, I don't know, 15 minutes. I don't think much more than that, because I chucked it all from right here, chucked it in, threw the tarp over, and I've mentioned this before, that because this I've got it peaked to get enough in there, I can catch on one side here, but then the other side I need a little bit more. I can't quite get down to the bottom there and get the tarp. I'm missing by about that much, so I'm going to see if I can get a longer covering for it, which, you know, it could be about a foot longer. It'd be just right. So all I do is I just use the straps and go down, which works just fine, which is how most people do tarps. Now, there was one guy that made a comment on the channel. I don't know how you can stand having to throw that tarp over. I've got a bar that goes up over my, I forget what kind it was. Really? I walked over and I put it in. Pretty simple. But some guys got to have everything taken care of them, and they want automatic butt wipers and everything. I'm not that guy. I don't mind doing a little bit of work once in a while. So I'm going to mention something about this wood. Now, this wood was split on the processor, went into the trailer, so we didn't touch it. It was tipped up in the trailer out here, or out here, wherever it was. And then as the wood came down the trailer to the splitter, we took it out. We either tossed it right into the elevator to go up and in, or it got resplit down smaller and then into the elevator and then up and in. So it was one touch. And I just touched it again now, 2 touches, which is not too shabby considering the average guy that cuts firewood touches the wood 6 to 8 times. Because you cut it in the woods, pick it up, put it into your truck or trailer, so you got rounds. Then you take that, you dump it into a pile, or you take it right off of the truck. So that's another touch. Then you're going to split it, and then you throw it, so that's another touch. Then it goes into a pile, or it gets stacked, another touch. And then you take it from the pile, put it into whatever vessel you're going to transport it, another touch. Then it gets put into a pile where you're going to store it, another touch. Then it goes into your pile by where your wood stove is, or wherever you're going to burn it by your fire pit, another touch. And then it gets put into the fireplace, the boiler, the wood stove, fireplace, whatever it is, another touch. And then you dig the ashes out. When it's done, you go dump the ashes, another touch. So I got this down to 2, which isn't terrible. Ideally, we would have bunkers that would have cement bottoms, that would have bumpers, you know, cement pillars in the back, that you could just scoop in with a skid steer with the grapple that we got from Wolf Ridge, and we could grab it and dump it into the trailer. So that'd be one last touch. But I don't mind a little exercise once in a while. So maybe someday we'll get to where we're down to no touches. Maybe, we'll see. But a little bit of exercise doesn't usually hurt people. It's the not doing exercise that hurts people. Let's go dump this load. I'm back in the wood yard. I just backed up the trailer to the oak bin over here, and you saw that last load that I did. That was 2 guys that were splitting the load. So what I had him do is back up his truck right to the trailer as we tipped, as you saw, and we loaded his truck up so that way they got equal amounts pretty much. He had a Same size bed as what I have in my truck, 6.5 foot bed. So I knew, he says, well, how much, he asked me, he says, how do you know how much wood I'm supposed to get? I said, we fill your bed up with a little bit of a crest, you'll have plenty. I said, you might have a little bit more than the other guy. He says, that's okay. So we loaded it up. So this load that I'm gonna do right now is the last one of the day. It's for 1 face cord or 1/3 of a cord of oak. So we're gonna throw that in right now and go do another dump. There it is, a load of wood is in the baby dumper. It's oak, it's in. Last dump of the day, let's go do it. There it is. That's how she wrote. That's it for today, folks. Hit the buzz back tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Go watch all the other videos on my channel. Good night, everybody.